Google Workspace allow users to streamline and secure document approvals by sending files for others to review. This makes it a great tool to use to formally request others review a particular file you're working on, either for a project, presentation, or any other type of reason. Reviewers are able to suggest edits or formally approve the document sent to them. In terms of Google tools, approvals can only be used with Docs, Sheets, and Slides. However, you can also use approvals directly with Google Drive for several file types, including PDFs, PNGs, zip files, and more. Please note, this feature is only available for users with Google Education Plus accounts. Let's see how we can access approvals directly in Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. In this example, we'll use Google Slides. Let's say I have a big presentation coming up, and I want my supervisor to review my slides and make sure everything is accurate. I can use the Approvals feature to formally request my supervisor review and either reject or accept my work. To get to the Approvals menu in your doc, sheet, or slide, select File, and then choose Approvals. I can also formally ask for an approval directly in Google Drive as well. Here, I can not only request approvals for docs, sheets, and slides, but I can also request approval for other file types as well. This includes zip files, MP3 or MP4 files, PDFs, and image files like JPEGs or PNGs. In order to access the Approvals menu in Google Drive, I can right-click on the file I wish to seek approval on, then select Share, and then Approvals. Once the side panel for the Approvals menu appears either directly in a doc, sheet, slide, or in Google Drive, you can select Make a Request. Then you can type the name of the person who you wish to send the file to for approval. Please note, this person must have a Google account, and they themselves do not need an Education Plus account to provide an approval. You can also type multiple names in this field. However, just note that everyone added will need to approve the request. So if one person provides approval, you will still need to wait for the second person to provide approval as well. You can then optionally type a message for the approver. In this case, I'll ask the approver to review and make sure that this slide deck is good for my presentation next week. Since this is slightly time sensitive, I can add a due date for the approver. And I can also choose if I want the approver to have access to edit the file, and I can choose if I would like to lock the file before sending the approval request. By locking the file, nobody can make adjustments to it while in the review period. However, anyone with edit access can unlock the file while it's pending approval in order to make those adjustments. And everything looks good to me here, so I'm going to send over this request. If the approver doesn't have access to the file, you will be asked to share it with them. If you allowed them to be able to edit the file, they'll be given editor access. If you did not, they will have commenting or viewing access depending on your choice. And now, I can select Send to finish. Once sent, the approver will be notified via email. While my approval is pending, if I want to view the approval directly in Docs, Sheets, or Slides, I can see that there is now a banner over the file, and I can choose to view details to access the Approvals menu once more. Of course, I could also access this by selecting File and then Approvals. If I want to see my pending approval in Google Drive, I can view it in the same way that I accessed the Approvals menu previously here. I can right-click the file, select Share, and then choose Approvals. And then I can open up my pending approval. Now I can adjust the approval while it's still pending. For example, I can remove the due date for an approval. Or, if needed, I can select the clock icon to change the approval due date. If I made any changes to the file since sending it for approval, I can view that information as well to see what specifically was updated. While adjusting my request, I don't have the ability to remove an approver, but I can select the three dots next to their name, and I can change who the approver is. Or, I can select this person icon, and I can add an additional approver if needed. I can also leave comments to provide additional context for the approver if necessary. If I need to cancel my request, I can go to the top of the Approvals menu and select these three dots. And then I can choose Cancel Request. When canceling, you'll be prompted to leave an optional message. Approvers will be notified of the cancellation via email. If you're in Docs, Sheets, or Slides, and you lock the file and need to unlock it, you can go to the top of the screen and select the Locked button. Then choose Unlock File. And then once more, you can confirm that you wish to unlock it. If you need to unlock the file in Google Drive, you can do so by right-clicking the file, selecting File Information, and then choose Unlock. When approvers are sent an approval request, they will notice an email like this that will take them directly to the file they need to review. After they've reviewed the file, they can open the Approvals menu. If they have commenting access to the file, they can do the following. They can approve or reject the file, select the dots next to their name and change who the approver is, as well as leave comments and then view the comment history. If they have editor access to the file, they can do all the same things editors can do in the approval section. This includes what we just mentioned, as well as the ability to outright cancel the approval request, change or remove due dates, and view any changes since the approval was started or since it was last approved. When you're viewing changes, they can only easily be seen in Docs, Sheets, and Slides. When looking at changes, they will be highlighted in green. Finally, reviewers also have the ability to add other reviewers to the file as well. If the reviewer selects the Reject button, they can optionally type a message as well, explaining why it's rejected. And then they can select Reject once more to notify the requester via email. When the reviewer selects the Approve button, they can optionally type a message and then choose to approve once more to approve the request. The person who sent the request will then be notified via email of the approval. If the file was locked, it will remain locked after the approval. Thank you for watching. For more Google Workspace related content, please subscribe to our channel.